There's a bit of change.
There's a lot of change going on right now.
You'll be with them for 20 years.
It's official, there's work there.
We've got something really interesting to show everyone today, haven't we?
And something we've been talking about for a long, long time.
Well, why you're here, Nathan, is because it's so important, I think, to be able to capture moments, moments which hopefully you'll be able to look back on in years to come and think, wow, look how much has been done since then. But also moments that can be shared with my kids when they're older, for example, or people who might want to check what was going on back in 2021. It's very important to capture actually what is going on today. I'm sat now in a building that this has been my office since 2012. I've been a gym owner, a personal trainer, a life coach, a speaker. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, I knew I had to do something different, and I'd always wanted to start a digital marketing agency, and I thought now's the time. I didn't have an income. I hadn't got any new clients for the coaching business, no events lined up, and I knew that I needed to do something for the sake of my family and our security, and without going too deep into it, it just wasn't good. So I knew I had to do something. I started a new company called Tide 55, and that's why you're here now. We are a digital marketing agency, and I'm here in this room again, the office, and I'm about to show you what's been going on. There's a bit of change. I'm going to show you our new offices, but I'm also going to announce kind of what's going on with Reasons Fitness, and I think that's one of the most important things in this video. So why don't we go? Yep. We'll go and get Matt on the way past,
yep.
And then we'll go check out next door, which is where all the action is right now.
Yeah, let's have a look.
You might be able to get a little peek as well while we go down of the gym. Empty. The doorway through to next door has been blocked out. We are giving the keys back to this unit next week, and there is an amazing company coming in here, and they're going to love this unit just like we did. I really do love this. It's been almost 10 years of being in here, and it meant so much to me to get into this unit in the first place. Think back to those days. It was such a big deal, and it's been amazing. But it is time. It is time to move on. Let's go and see the fun stuff. Matt, are you there, mate? Matt, everyone.
How you doing? You all right? All right. Yeah, video content creator here at Tide 55, currently in here. Just going through a couple of emails at the moment, to be honest, looking at a few storyboards, just to do with a few projects that we'll probably talk about more in a moment. So I need to update Tommy with what's going on with that.
Matt's been with us for about 3 months, and you've seen this whole kind of project. You've just been getting on with things, which I love, just in that room there, just kind of cracking on with work. But you've seen the plans all happening around.
Even when I started as well, it was end of November, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the gym was just open, or still open.
Yeah, because just before the last lockdown. Yeah,
just before another lockdown in December.
We had a mezzanine floor put in. That was in January. That was the first week after Christmas, straight back into the new year. Man, that was like expensive, but also pretty sketchy. Like there was a bit of drama with that. It wasn't the right size. It didn't come up to the wall.
I remember I came in to look at it. I think it was like one Wednesday afternoon or something. And then it was when all the metal bits were on the floor.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys doing it, he comes up to Tommy and he goes, "Yeah, mate, this isn't gonna fit." And we just sort of looked at each other like, it's not gonna fit. And then like the stairs are being readjusted, and
let's go and have a look. By the way, a lot of this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the guy who owns that van. Big shout out to Big Ivan, my dad. He's not only did he fix the mezzanine floor so it actually reaches the wall, but he's also done like all the building work in here as well, including turning what was a spin studio into a chiropractic clinic. So let's go quickly straight through.
oh man.
All right, Dad. Yeah, we're just coming to get a bit of footage of how it's all looking.
Oh, okay.
Sam and James and Nathan have worked real hard getting this all looking the way they want it to. And I say they want it to because that's one of the changes now. I'm doing too many things, and with the new company as well, it's time to pass the torch. Sam's going to be running, and Sam's been by my side as an employee for 8 years. He's taught him all he knows. He's learned a lot himself over the last 2 years as well to be able to now take this on. And that makes me very proud. Look, I'm very proud that he gets to do that for him, but also for our members, because he'll really look after them. That is a perfect ending, really, for me to pass the torch on to him. So let's talk about you and me, because when we met, we figured out we had something in common. So you said to me, I remember your exact words were, you know your mum? And I was like, yeah, yes, I do. She's my mum. You said your mum and my mum know each other.
The first time me and Tommy spoke on sort of a Zoom call, just to sort of like get conversations underway sort of thing. Both of our mums knew each other from being out in Hong Kong, because your granddad and my granddad were both serving in the army at the time. What was bizarre about the Zoom call? You both had a photo in the exact same place of our granddads.
My mum was your mum's babysitter.
And your mum was like 10 years old.
She was 10. So what was going on there? You got a 10-year-old looking after kids, but it's weird. It is weird. And now we're here working together and forming part of the team, which of course includes Darren and Kendall as well. This here, this is a daruma. You give one of these to someone before they start a journey. So it's usually a paper mache form, like a doll. And you'll commonly see students with one of these the first day of university, or a politician the first day of their campaign, and they colour in one of the eyes, and then when they complete their journey and they finish their goal, so either they graduate or they get elected or whatever, they colour in the other eye. So that's the whole point of this, and I adopted this early on in conceptual stage of Reasons Fitness. In 2011 I thought it'd be great. I'm a quarter Japanese. My granddad that you referenced there, his wife was from Japan, she was Japanese, and my grandmum was Japanese. So I wanted to capture this as part of the culture. That there on the eye is my family crest. So that was the reason for having that as the eye. It was like the vision, the family. Now my granddad, he was a big influence on me from a business perspective and taught me a lot of things. And I gave him this image, and I got him a t-shirt made, which I showed him in the hospice. He wasn't well, so I wanted to show him it before the gym opened. It was literally like 2 months before getting the keys. And shortly after, he sadly passed away, so he didn't get to see the gym, but he was a big part of the process. And this shirt is his shirt that I had made in this frame here. This shirt was with him in the hearse. It's really special that I think my mum snuck this across quite early on and put it up here, that this is here now as the journey starts to change. You know, he was a big part of Reasons Fitness, but I know that he'll be smiling that now the journey for me and having you guys on board as well continues in just an amazing, like, poetic way, that we're still able to be here. And it's all about journeys and about transitions, and it's okay to let go of these things, I think. But it's nearly there now. We're almost at the point of coming out of the lockdown and starting, so it's wicked to be able to share that, being able to do this, which is the whole point of filming these style of videos, which we hope to carry on. Thanks for being part of the ride. It's going to be good. Kelly's still going to be working in here as well, my wife, who is, that's what she looks like, that's her. And she's got her silks going on as well, so that's really nice that everyone's still kind of working under one roof. Perfect scenario, really, you know. Everybody's still able to be in this fantastic building. And
we've got, Angel Call Handling that I spoke to you about last week. We've got 2 or 3 more that we're going to work on. The style is going to be a little bit different. So there's going to be a few words happening and, sort of just bringing this voice recording to life.
Did you know that Angel Call Handling used to be in that room you're in? That's why there's sparkly paint on the walls. They were in that room until the big lockdown. A month after lockdown, they moved into a new premises. And then 2 months later, they've employed us to do their digital marketing. So like, they used to be in that room. That was their office.
When I say in there, things happening for a reason. Reason Fitness.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the whole point. That's the whole, you're starting to learn now, see? These things are the special parts of life. You can't understand them. Everything happens for a reason,
Something special is sort of being built, The energy here is different, And I said to you from the start of this, you're not dragging your feet along the floor thinking, you've got to go into work. There's so much to learn. There's so much that's already been learned. There's so much things to build on from. It's just the office environment. I don't know if there's a way that we can really push that in sort of like a video way to show what it's actually like show the realness,
You've got to do what you love, but you've also got to love what you do. And I think that's kind of a nice thing to end it on, because Reasons Fitness grew out of doing what I love, but then I didn't love what I was doing, and so I had to change that and honour it by allowing other people to have their time to do what they love and continue to provide what is an essential service to people's lives. Health and fitness is very important, physically, mentally. That building is Reasons HQ, and within that building, wow, I mean, we've got a fitness company, we've got a chiropractic company, we've got a hair salon, an aerial silk sport, we've got sports massage, and of course we've got a digital marketing company. And I just think that's just incredible. It's almost like the brainchild of the last decade, and I'm very proud of that. Getting there has not been easy at all. You've got to do what you love, but you've also got to love what you do. Always been interested in marketing, and I've used a lot of digital marketing strategies in the 2 or 3 businesses that I've launched and run in the last decade. And I took it upon myself to get really into it, learn, do some studies, gain some qualifications in that area. And then in the pandemic, literally from my garage at home, I started what is now Tide 55. Started with 2 or 3 clients. It was all about helping them with their social media marketing, their content marketing, how to use video to attract more customers, how to use ads on Facebook and Instagram. And then it got to the point where somebody said, can you do a website for us? And I can't do a website. So I wanted to find someone I could work alongside and that I could, give that to and be able to say, yes, we can do that, tie it all together. And that's how I found Kendall. Fast forward, like what is not even a year, you're technically, I think, the 9th or 10th person that we've worked with, but currently as it stands, the 6th member of our team. That's really exciting. I just want to make it really clear how grateful I am for every single person who's been a part of the Reasons Fitness journey, whether it's as a member or part of the team. I reckon we've probably had about 45, 50 people in some form a member of the Reasons Fitness team. All of you, you know who you are. Thank you so much for believing in me at whatever year it was you believed in me, whether you still do or not. Members, thank you so much for making it so enjoyable. It's not the end because it's just changed. There certainly is a closing of a chapter here, and I think it's very important to show gratitude whenever that happens, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Onwards and upwards. Tide 55 is going to be massively impactful, and it's going to do a lot. It's going to be big, and I'm really excited about what we can do. We have so much potential, and I want to be able to look back at the early days before we had our office, before we had these things, and be so grateful in 5 years to have this footage. And for also, clients to see the journey and be able to tell that story. So I think it's very important that people are able to really go for it in life. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down, as long as you get up more times than you fall down. And that really is the whole philosophy of the Daruma that I showed you. It actually translates the message as a proverb into fall down 7 times, get up 8. Here we are on the 8th time. That's important for anyone watching this. I really hope you take that on board. Just do your best. That's all you can ever do.
There's a lot of change going on right now. March is traditionally known for the month of new life. Clocks change, it gets lighter. Everyone's mood is lifted. And especially in recent times with how hard things have been with lockdown. Myself and Nathan are going to have a conversation as I travel into work this morning, and we're going to take a little look at the office of, what's been going on and what the changes are so far. And I'm also going to give you guys a little bit of a run through of what the latest work has been as well, and exactly what I've been up to as the video content creator at Tide. What's it like? What am I about to go and do for the day? Hopefully within the next few days, or hopefully within the next week anyway, we will be in the new office, because right now there is no office. It doesn't really exist, to be honest with you. I know Kendall hasn't had a desk in months and months and months. Shout out to her, just sitting there on a green chair with a laptop each and every day. Should we go see what the office is looking like?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. So I was just talking to Nathan just now as we're, making our way into the office for the day. And I was sort of saying, with the vlogs on Tide, we haven't really had almost the perfect style just yet, and it's something that we're aware of. And obviously that's why Nathan's now here to help us out with that. I know that me and Tommy aren't going to be able to sit down how we have recently, filming the longer episodes anyway, just because everything that's going on right now. I think we're definitely going to find the style and find the niche of content that we really want to crack on with.
How long have you been working for Tide so far?
Joined Tide back in November. Plenty of experience in the sort of video field, if you will. Me and Tommy got talking, and then I simply just sort of said, look, if you've got any videos right now that you need doing, say if there's 2 or 3 different pieces of content, if you want to send it over to me on a WeTransfer, then by the end of the day I'll send you over the completed versions, completely free of charge. I'm not going to expect anything for that, and then if you like it, then we can talk. If you don't like it, then no hard feelings. If your hobby's your job, I feel like that makes anyone happy. you enjoy it, you want to do it. I'm sure you can maybe relate from sort of being a videographer and video editor yourself. You almost feel like you get that rush of like adrenaline, like a pure injection of it.
Yeah.
Of just creating content, and I don't think people really understand that sometimes.
There's some big changes happening at Tide now. Moving offices, the old one is actually being knocked down today.
I had to move all of my stuff out of, well, I'll show you when we get there where it all is now. My desk is legless. My monitor doesn't exist right now. And yesterday I was in what felt like a prison cell. No exaggeration. And this is sort of like the morning routine every single day, you know, pulling up to the office. Today's a little bit of a later one. You know, Wednesdays they're always a later start, you know, well, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm almost like a little bit nervous to like see how this is gonna look, you know, like he sort of said, yeah, by the way, your office tomorrow is basically being knocked down, so let's go see the knocked down version.
Yeah.
That right there is what the office has been recently. Laptop and headphones on a hard drive. Wow, when Tommy said they're knocking my office down. That's mad to think it was only 24, 48 hours ago. I was sat there using them plug sockets. Well, that room is well and truly knocked down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, how you doing, mate? You alright?
Yes. It's going down?
Yeah, man, just sort of another day.
Look at that, that's pretty, isn't it? I'm trying to measuring these because I'm putting them on eBay. Because we've got a lot of like this. Everything that you can see now is going on eBay. All the boxing gloves over there. I've just been going through all the boxing pads, all the boxing gloves. Anything that's half decent is going on its own, and then anything that's a bit crap is going as a job lot. Because we've got to get out of here in a few days, so I'm just trying to make sure that we don't have anything wasted. So this is going the platform that we've been using for 9 years. That's going on eBay. These will go on eBay. These are ideal for a home gym. So there'll be a lot of people after these.
What's the office today?
Yeah, well, exactly. Go upstairs, use the 2 offices, just grab a seat, any seat that you can sit on, really, and do what you can do. That's it. That's all we can do, really.
Mate, I can't tell you how many times I came up here, and you know on there it says mind your head.
Yeah.
The amount of times, obviously, I don't know how tall I am, but I'm that tall. We used to be playing bin shots. We had a bucket literally down there. My gym equipment was literally down there. Mate, it feels like a lifetime ago that we'd be working up here. And then there would be there was where Tommy and Kendall would work. I was down here for a lot of the time. A lot of changes happening right now. The Tide office is no more as it currently stands, and this is, I said in the intro, this is where I was working yesterday. That's because it's very narrow, very cold, and there's the monitor, there's the legless desk. Yeah, the legs are down there. It's here or upstairs. There is some chairs here as well, so for the few people watching, if you are concerned for our backs, then we do have a couple of chairs. Since 2012, isn't it?
Yeah. You're right, it does feel like we've been in here a long time, Tide-wise. We've never had a permanent home. We've never had an office. We've never had like a proper setup, and that's always been the vision. So
it's crazy, isn't it? When you talk about all the changes and everything that's happening right now, we're only moving from here to through that door.
Yeah, like when it means, when you're passionate about it, it means more. Like I said just now, it's like ripping out the heart. You'll always have memories, and even yourself starting out up here, having fond memories of that and not being able to do that again. You know, rubbing this off, that's my wife. It's sad, but it's just blackboard pen. That's all it is, memories stay. That's why it's easy to rub your wife's name off. Cold-blooded.
So from rubbing off names on walls, removing desks, taking legs off the desks, and walls coming down in the other office, there is a lot of changes happening here. The new offices are going to be a new sort of form of energy. Darren at the minute is still working from home. Imagine the setting, the way I sort of like see it, the vision I can see, is imagine a day that myself, you, Tommy, Kendall, and Darren are all sat around a table, and maybe Danielle as well if she was to come down from where she lives. Imagine having that team of 6 sat down in the new office, talking about creative ideas for this, you know, like a marketing campaign of some form, whether it be an ad campaign, whether it be to do with videos, whether it be to to do with, you know, reshaping a whole website, or, you know, the whole brand launch itself. You know, it's all things that happen within Tide. I know us two mainly, you know, focus in the video side of things. It's going to be that office feeling back again, you know, that feeling of you're around people when you're working, you're creatively, you're sort of like, you bounce off of each other, because I feel like that's what happens here at Tide. Everyone has that sort of creative spark in their own way, that when you put it all together, that creative spark actually creates some pretty good things. As you guys are aware, we're going to be moving from Unit 1 into Unit 2, moving into our brand new offices within the matter of days. We're really looking forward to moving into there. Tommy's just arrived now, so
Well, Tommy?
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to see you again. Started this month and you've sort of landed right in the middle of it all. A really, really busy month. Should we go in the new one?
Yeah.
Right, mate?
Right.
It's James.
Are you okay? Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah. So that, the outside of that there, that was my handiwork, painting that wall, like that, up the tower, which was pretty scary. Last time you saw me, I was measuring mats on the floor, I think, or something. Shifted a load of stuff from there onto eBay.
Yeah.
Which is quite fun, actually. It's just like little wins, isn't it? Like, got some mats and they sell them, and someone comes and picks them up.
What's been keeping you the most busy then over the last couple of weeks?
It's hard to pin down one thing. I think it's just the unpredictable nature. You get pulled from pillar to post. You know, people want things left, right and centre, and of course you've still got work, and you've still got clients, and you've still got a copy that you need to write, and posts you need to approve, and videos that you need to watch, and ads that you need to run. Client calls as well, being the end of the month, so don't get me wrong, it's not been that bad. It's just been very high volume. I just want to get into the rhythm of things. We've got such a great team, and since the start of the year, we've been getting to know each other's roles, strengths, weaknesses, and really understanding where and who we want to focus on. I'm really excited because we've got such an amazing talent around the table. Video-wise, you're not going to find anything better than what we got. And with the creative input, myself and Darren, you're not going to get a better service than that, especially not at the level of pricing that we'll be charging to begin with. Our prices will be rising, so you better get in now if you're interested. But we've also got incredible talent with Kendall in her ability to do so many different things, and her SEO writing. She's super organised as well, keeps us all in check. And then Darren, of course, our creative project manager. It's going to be amazing to see him let loose on something really meaty, something really long-term and large. Yeah, now's the time. We're particularly ready and hungry for more. And I say this time next month, end of April, I would like us to be really getting stuck into some big projects, and as well as doing a great job for our existing clients, of course. Just going to call Darren.
Okay.
Hey Darren, good morning. I'm good. How are you, mate? That's so that's down to the video, guys. That's down to Matt, essentially, for that project. He is confident with it. He's not raised any issues. So my understanding is that there'll be plenty of B-roll footage that's readily available.
Send me a message a bit later on in the day, and
Yeah, that's it.
That's what we're after, isn't it?
Yeah, and don't forget, this is only going to be a minute or minute and a half long. Like that one I sent you is about 8 minutes long.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Just got to make sure I've got the finance and just push the button.
Which I think is probably the case, because then I think he's the sort of guy that he'll give it 3 months. He kept saying to me, if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, we'll brush ourselves off, we'll go again. The way that he likes to work is to go, right, if you're going to front up then, and you're going to say this is what you're going to do and this is how much you charge, I'm going to pay that money, we're going to give it X amount of time, and then if it doesn't work, that's your fault. And I like that, because that's how it should be.
Could be a real pinnacle at the moment, a real turning point, a real tipping point.
Yeah, April is the time, mate. Also, I had another sort of very mild lead last night. Big company, huge company. But they're the sort of guys that once they do it, that's it. You'll be with them for 20 years. All right, mate. I got one more thing as well to tell you. We have clarity on. Yeah, they're selling the business.
Yeah, you said.
Oh yeah, I told you, yeah. So I couldn't let it rest last night. We put so much effort into it, and it's very important not to get precious about these things. Like, of course, we need to put the effort in. We shouldn't get precious about it and go, oh, we tried really hard. And you have to be able to try, and you have to be able to do it again and again and again and again until eventually it works. Otherwise, nothing would ever happen. But my point here is, I couldn't let it rest last night, so I posted the video that we made for them. I posted it on LinkedIn, and I just said, we didn't get the job. We're building a business here, and I want you guys to be able to see what we're capable of doing. Here's a video that we made. We sent to them, blah, blah, blah. It's available to buy in these shops. It's a positive post, But I'm like, nah, we got to show that video. We worked hard on that stuff, and no one's going to see it. No one's going to ever see it, so I had to post it. Cool. Thanks, buddy. See ya. Bye. There are some big clients on the horizon, and things are starting to move.
Even though you don't see each other much that often as a team, you seem to already work really well as a team.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good observation. I think the biggest challenge for like leaders and bosses and owners or whatever is not to lose your composure. And actually, it's a great lesson regardless of working from home or not. You got to give people the space to be themselves. I've not been in the same room as Darren since he started working here in January. So if I've got to like 4 o'clock on a day and I've gone, oh, I needed that to happen, or I wish Darren had done this or done that, it's very easy for me to do that. It's very easy for anyone to just be like, oh, it's because of that. When actually it's not, and this is where the self-reviewing comes in. It's always a me thing. How could I have communicated better? How could I have helped somebody else understand better? So the reason why Darren can call me and say, I'm going to speak to Matt, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, is because that's been made okay to do. That works both ways. Like when we win, it's everybody's win. And when we lose, it's everybody's loss. When we win that first award, it's not me that's going to be like, you stay at the table, I'll go up on my own. It's us, I can't do it without them. It's simple. The team deserve to enjoy that. But I wonder how many companies are wasting so much time due to lack of communication. When we communicate on behalf of a client, we're communicating to their market. So we're communicating to their prospects and their customers. And if we can make that process quicker, it sounds so easy, but so many companies make hard work of it. Consistency is nice, it's a nice feeling. Regularity is nice. Unpredictability is what causes our radar to go on. We've all had those friends that they just pop up, And you're like, what do you want? Because they want something. If somebody is all of a sudden getting, the company's being like that friend that's popping up and going, hey, we can help you. You go, oh, by the way, here's our offer. Yeah, okay, sometimes that's fine. But other cases, it's a bit like, this company over here, they didn't do that. They were just regular with me. They were consistent with me. There's a cadence there. There's a trust there because they're not trying to do anything to me. There's no agenda. It's just very clear that they're there and they're always there. And I do think that people are more aware to that now. When they do their due diligence, they're checking out companies that they can buy from. They will look at this company and they will look at the posts on social media and they will scroll down a couple of times. And if it's regular and consistent, that's heartwarming. That's trust, that's nice. If it's like only when they seem to want something, like, oh yeah, what do you want? Then that can be a bit sort of slapdash. If they're going to treat their social media like that, then how are they going to treat me as a customer? How are they going to treat my money? The human relationships that we've been building since we were zero, since we were born, and the digital way that we interact and build relationships, the line is getting much, much, much smaller. Companies need to understand that. They need to treat their social media in the same way as they would treat somebody walking through their door in the shop. You can have a company that are a beautiful company, they're lovely people, and if someone walked into their establishment, they would just be all over them in a nice way and, what do we need? How can I help you? That's how they actually are at their centre, but their social media speaks otherwise. The social media speaks, we don't really care. So if that is if you're a company that does care about your reputation, that does care about your customers, that does put the effort in, like really, and you're not hitting that on social media through regularity and quality content that delivers value, you need to speak to us soon because we can help you do that. It's quite simple for us to help you do that. It's very quick, and it just matches, and it makes sense. And what you'll do is you'll migrate your great reputation onto the internet. We should be well on. Can I just ask, because can you see his screen?
Can I see his screen?
Is that what you're looking at? What are you looking at there?
Oh, I'm looking at you.
Oh, you're looking at, of course.
Me intro or you intro?
You.
Okay. Let's do it. So how's it going, guys? Welcome back today to a there needs more energy. It's been a long time, isn't it?
Speak to the room, Matthew.
We should be recharged. It's official. We've moved from Unit 1 to Unit 2, but it's not quite complete. The office is there. Things are in place. That's enough said for now. I feel like we've spoken about this so many times, but we have moved.
Right, you want to go inside?
Let's do it, man.
So what have you been up to, Matt?
It's been a bit of a weird week. I was just saying to you a minute ago, it's already Wednesday. I've not actually been in since last Thursday. Obviously we had bank holiday weekend, took the Friday off, but I worked on the Monday. Once things settle, then it'll be good. Recently, in terms of the side projects, a few conversations with Darren about some more of the angel call handling projects that we've been doing, waiting for them to send in some voiceovers. We would normally go there to do it, but obviously because of everything that's going on right now, then I think they would feel safer and they would rather send it in to us. It's not all visuals and graphics happening on the screen, it's all to do with the audio. So I definitely think it would be a worthwhile investment to have us recording that. And I know that before we had anything recorded with them, I know they were quite keen for that. I'm pretty sure, so who knows, when all this is over, I'm sure we're going to go there, and also to get a lot of other assets as well for social media, so there's work there. So I'd be making some almost short adverts of showcasing what it is we can do. For example, one I've been working on is video repurposing, of showing how we turn a lot of clients' work from iPhone footage, to put it straight, into a fairly decent piece of content that has value to go out to their following, and then obviously to be seen by more people, to be heard by more people. It's how many businesses do you know in Andover, or how many businesses between us have we tried talking to in Andover? Let's do this social media stuff, let's do this style of video. And I feel like when it's a small town specifically, they don't really take advantage of the marketing ability that's within that town. We're trying to put together a little video that sort of shows encouraging small town businesses to get involved.
Why do you think they shy away from it?
I don't think there is a real thing that you can diagnose as that's where let's call it, the issue stems from, that people don't take advantage of it. I think really it's just a mixture of lack of understanding. Look at the growth we've had. In a 3-month period, there was 10 years growth across 90 days. The stats don't lie. There's a lot of potential there that people are sleeping on. I think it's that sense of, what if I start social media and what if I fail? But you're not failing if you're posting something. Yes, if you want to take it to another level, then a company is Tide 55. We can add so much more value to the content. We can be producing videos for you. We can be, daily social media posting, taking that job away from you. That's not on your hands. You would have an entire marketing team at your disposal, ensuring the best results possible for your social media game in 2021. So I think, to go back to the original question, why are people afraid of it? I think, to be honest with you, it's the adaptation process, because they're not 100% sure how to do it, but it's needed and it's expected. In 2021, you need to be present on social media, otherwise you're gonna lose custom. It's the reality, and it's a shame if you don't take on the opportunity.
It's specific to each person and each business why they don't necessarily want to adapt or move on to social media. A huge part of the reason could be because they've never needed to in the past. They're still doing really well now, and their customer base is still thriving. What would your message be to them? Is that going to last forever if they don't move on to social media? Do you think these people will continue to be successful if they just keep doing what they're doing now?
You can't take the credit away from what people have built over the years. There's businesses out there that they were established years and years and years ago. They've had a loyal customer base, and that's great. What we're trying to encourage in that situation with social media is, you have all these customers. Let's say you've done a job for Barry at the bottom of the road, and Barry said to Bill at the top of the road, oh yeah, I use these guys. Next thing, Bill's come to you and you're doing a job for Bill. That's what social media is. It's word of mouth to a larger scale. If you want to Google a service, the first thing you're going to be looking at is the Google business listing. You're looking through the photos. If the Google business listing is dry, you're on to the next one, which is one of your competitors. Social media, it's a massive opportunity, whether you're a start-out company and you want to just be seen by a few more people, or you're an established business and you want to get your customers, you want to get them into, say your Facebook page, you want to get them onto, say, your Instagram, or all sorts of, different social media avenues that you can go down. You could use social media just to communicate, keep them in the loop, keep them in so they know what's going on.
When you're looking at the Google business, the first thing you're looking for is the photos. Well, to most people, it subconsciously, I think, indicates how trustworthy they are.
Okay, so it's funny you say that. Google business listing was actually a specific product and specific service, which was, completely, modify this Google business listing. Take it from an average looking Google business listing that someone's just going to scroll past to, someone's going to Google that. Not only are you going to come up first when they Google what it is they're Googling, but it's also going to be eye-catching. it's now something that you can't miss, and it generates more traffic to your website, which can lead to sales, which can lead to interest, and it can also lead to trust. The generation that's coming through, if you're looking for a product or a service or whatever it is you're looking for, you're gonna have a little look on social media of what they're up to. Let's choose a specific industry. Barbershops, promotional videos. Before, they were great. They would, generate you a bit of awareness. They would generate you some, extra interest and stuff like this. But now, are you seeing how powerful barbershop promotional videos are becoming? And I think, to me, that says it all. Social media presence is vital. You're gonna be seen by more people. People are gonna trust you. And it's almost a way of starting the point of sale without actually having to talk to someone, which is going to save you time as the business owner. If you're not sure where to start, and I haven't specifically spoken about what it is you're thinking or the question that you want answered, that's because there are so many questions, we can't physically cover them all in one video. But if there is something that you want to talk to us about, we'll have a chat with you. It's completely free, and it could be the start of your social media journey, which could lead to massive opportunities in 2021. We're very easy to find, www.side55.com, or send us a DM on any of our social media platforms.
Morning, Tom.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. So you're on a very important phone call when I came up here.
Yes, yeah, sorry about that. I was in the middle of a Zoom call. When a company or a business owner is interested in working with us, the first thing we always do is get on a call with them. So that was an initial conversation, really. You could call it a consultation, but it's really just a chat about what the business wants, where it's at currently, and kind of the bridge between here and where it wants to go. That way, once I know what that is, I can then simply apply the best strategy in terms of our services and what we can do for them. So this particular business that I was talking to today, they're not in a position where they want to employ marketing people within their organisation. So by outsourcing their social media advertising and social media content strategy to us, not only makes it safer and we're ready to go. You bring someone in, you have to train them up, you have to trust them, you've got to make sure that they're good. With us, it's a proven investment. So when a company takes on our services, not only do they get that, which is great for trust and peace of mind, but it's also an outgoing. So it's something that the business can claim back, and obviously we're VAT registered as well, so first impressions count as well. So that was what I was doing. Check this out, it's cool, isn't it? Next time we're here, there'll be hopefully a nice neon sign right there, Tide 55 neon sign, and some healthy snacks and drinks stocked under the bar. We'll be able to have chats out here and meetings out here as well. We're almost there now. Ceiling's going in on the office and the door's been painted. So yeah, it's almost ready.
Right, so Matt, what have we been doing today?
Well, we've gone to Andover Town Centre today to create or get the footage for an advert that I'm going to start creating to show Andover businesses and local Hampshire-based businesses that, we're here, we can help you out when it comes to your online digital marketing, and especially, just boosting your awareness in there and your online presence. So we're just going to be putting together that advert very, very soon.
And what are we doing right now?
We are currently at the Costa drive-thru, where, well, you can see in front of me, it's 50p drinks right now, which is, I think it's for their 50th anniversary or something like that. Hot drinks are 50p, and I've never had a coffee, mate. This is going to be the first time trying it, just because it's 50p drink. It kind of feels criminal not to do that.
You're taking your coffee virginity today.
But I think that also happened with Kendall as well. She didn't drink coffee.
Oh, really?
And then I think it might be in one of the vlogs or on somewhere on Tide Socials. Kendall didn't drink coffee. Tommy introduced coffee to her, and now she always turns up at the office and has a coffee in her hand. So hopefully I'm not going to become addicted to coffee, because as some of you might know, when it comes to addictions, and me, sometimes the addictions can get very strong. That could be taken a little bit out of context, but by that I'm sure you guys might have seen the amount of pink monsters I used to drink. I said I've probably got one in here. Nah, I had one yesterday, but I used to see 3 or 4 of those off. In the mornings I'd come into work and I'd sit down in the old office being the key bit there, and I would sit down and, mate, I'd have to have a pink monster to fuel me to get going. If not, my head would bang and I just could not focus, which I know that's bad and it's embarrassing to say, but yeah, hopefully coffee isn't going to be that new addiction.
We've got something really interesting to show everyone today, haven't we?
It involves chairs, it involves sitting at a desk, and something we've been talking about for a long, long time. Cappuccino.
Yes. Straight round, I'll have an oat milk flat white now, please.
An oat milk flat white?
Yeah, that's the one.
I've never had coffee in my life, mate. This is my first time trying it. It's your TikTok one?
Yeah, like 50,000 views.
That's mad.
It went crazy. I still get notifications on it now. Cool, we'll see you in a bit.
Alright, see you in a bit. Can I get a small soya cappuccino, please?
Any chocolate on top?
What do you reckon? Yes, please. An oat milk flat white, please. A hot chocolate, please. Can I then get a latte as well, please? And then can I also get a mocha with almond milk, please? Yeah, that's perfect. That's everything.
Okay,
thank you.
Like to make way round.
Perfect. Cheers. This, like, I can. Yeah, like.
Want a cup holder?
Yes, please. Could I also scan the 50p?
Do you have the app today?
Yes, please.
Can I interest you in any millionaire shortbread today?
No, I'll be okay. Thank you. Cheers.
Can't do anything, can't help anyone. I want
Nice.
to break free. So if I give you those ones there, you just got one more.
That's perfect. Thank you. Cheers. All right, let's head inside, man.
Steve, Matt.
Hello Matt, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Very
This is
well.
Nathan.
Yeah. Hi,
Steve.
Nathan, is it?
These are our video department.
Oh right, it's the video department, is it? Right, yeah.
They've been out on
Well, I
the
guess
road
that.
making some videos, and they brought us our drinks, which is
Right,
amazing. Thank you, lads.
Missed the bin. So this is it. This is the office. This is where all of our client video stuff is currently coming from. We got the chairs delivered the other day, which was all good. This is the new office where what happens at Tide happens in here pretty much. Also, this is pretty cool as well. We had this come to us. Look at that, Tide pillow. We had this made, and he sort of does like a lot of clothing and stuff like that. And I think we might be doing some video stuff for him. So yeah, this is Kendall's desk. Obviously she's not in today, it's a Wednesday. This is like the, I think, spare desk, but Darren's working from there today. Obviously Darren and Tommy are outside in the meeting right now. And then this is where I spend all my time every single day. And obviously I've got my monitor there, sort of, for any of you watching who might be in that sort of like sector of watching it from a maybe like filmmaking point of view, or even if you're just interested like how everything is produced. Quite simple, it's from the MacBook into the monitor. That's the setup going on. It's one of my favourite things about the about this office, right? You see the lights on the wall. Mm-hmm. All right, imagine, picture the scene. These lights, that is the lights on the side. Look at that. That, I just, yeah. Being on a chair, right, and having that ability to just turn around and say, speak to Tommy about something. The ideas that we have an idea, it's produced, and we spin around, like, what do you think of this? Like, what should we maybe do? And then Tommy will sort of say, maybe do this, and I'll say, actually, if you want to do that, maybe we do it this way or something like that. And it just produces better content. I don't know if the camera will really pick it up, but like even before we had the window put in, the noise it cuts out, you can just zone in. Like you can just work and just sort of just get stuff done. Like I'm absolutely buzzing that we're in and out. I mentioned the addiction of the pink monsters, right? And it was, at one point, this was bad. All right, look at this for an addiction. Look at that, right? This was down in B&M. I cleared the whole lot up. That day there was about 20 cans of pink monster, and I would see off about 4 a day, so that only lasted me pretty much like a working week. It's embarrassing, but yeah, so this could well become the new addiction if it's something that I like.
All right, let's see it.
It's a good addiction.
Yeah,
right?
It's a good addiction.
It's a 50p addiction.
All right, let's see it.
That's all right,
Yeah.
Still pretty warm, but so that TikTok you see that stuff of Ollie Ball.
Oh, yeah.
That Jacob kid.
Yeah.
That's all right, to be fair, pretty warm, but that's enough from me now. We'll have a little roundup in a moment, we'll catch up with everyone else.
What is your favourite thing on the office?
I think my favourite thing is just having everybody in one place as much as possible on a regular basis. So, I mean, the output is just so much different. Little things happen that in the moment you wouldn't know about, and I think that really helps everything come together, increases the overall output over the course of the week. It's still important to have time at home as well in the current environment, and also because we're growing, we haven't got 7 desks.
What I think is good about the office is I've been working from home, and it's just great to come in and sort of see people face to face. At the moment I've seen everyone on Zoom, and that's good. I didn't realise how tall Matt was. And, no, it's great. It's great to really meet Kendall face to face and engage and just be a team and all together, as you say, in the new premises.
First day when Kendall sat there, you're sat there, and I'm sat over here, and it's a matter of just over the shoulder oh, Tommy, what do you think of this? Oh, maybe do this. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want it to look like that and then I do this, it will look like this. Great result. And it's sort of that, just being in that environment. And
so it's not fair not fair on you. You're working in a different room, and when you finish something and you want to come upstairs and either talk about it or you want to sort of deload that process, you're coming into a room where we're mid-flow. Whereas when you're there and we're here and whatever, it's literally a case of, what about this? What about that? How about this? It's just so much better, and everyone's on the same frequency. I think it's very important. When you're dealing with a phone call or a Zoom call, information gets processed so much slower, and you say something and it's almost like you want to back it up with more language. And that language isn't always verbal, it's sometimes just being non-verbal and being in the same room.
Now that you're all settled in, what is the most exciting part of the future for each of you?
Exciting thing for me, or going forward, the future is expansion. Bigger offices, more clients.
Right now represents what it needs to be. We need to earn the win, and then the wins speak for themselves, you know. The cash flow speaks for itself, the output, again to use that word again, speaks for itself. And we do a lot of talking, we share a lot of information, but now we've got to go and get those wins.
I think personally, it's almost backing on from the conversation we had last Thursday of talking about how can we improve what we do, but it's also taking on the new challenges, which add so much more value to what we do as well. So I think short term, that's what I think this environment is going to be able to do.
And it's exciting. And lastly, it's about expression. We're an agency, we're a digital marketing agency, we're creative, and we have to be able to have the bandwidth to do that. And we have 12 companies on the wall there that are potential new clients that we're dealing with. That's no coincidence that we have those 12 this week. Last week we didn't. The dam has been released. Subconsciously you push it away because you know that a client comes along, you can't give them what they need because we're moving unit and we're doing this and we're doing that. Now we've got everything here. The universe brings that energy back, and we have all of a sudden the phones ringing, the emails are coming through. We've got sales conversations going on all of the time, and that's what we need right now. It's fit for purpose, and I'm excited because we have that. Bring it on. Kickstarters hopefully coming in as well in the next couple of weeks. More video, more creative, more work, more clients, more happy business owners. So thanks so much for watching this episode, and you know, it's been great inviting you into our world over the last few weeks and having that in a bite-sized chunk. Believe me, I feel like I've aged at least 3 years over the last 3 weeks. But you know what? That's why we do it. We do it because we love it. We love this. We love working together. We love serving our clients. Above all, we just love making a difference, making an impact, helping other businesses and other business owners live happy lives, because the world's a better place when that's the case. So thanks for watching. From all of us here at Tide 55, we hope to see you again real soon on this channel, and even in person now that we're allowed to as well. Cheers, thank you.